Easy Buddhism, based on the teachings of Shakyamuni Buddha, hereafter referred to as the Buddha. Introduction. In today's world, learning Buddhism has become easier than ever. However, precisely because there is so much information available, many people fall into the situation of knowing a lot but not understanding deeply, learning a lot but not being able to practice. Some begin with rituals, some seek sacred experiences, others wish for blessings, yet unintentionally overlook the core teaching that the Buddha pointed out, to turn inward and observe oneself to end suffering. This series is built on the spirit of simplicity, practicality, and directness, intended for those who are just beginning to explore Buddhism. It requires no prior knowledge, does not emphasize formality, and does not guide learners towards belief systems or supplication. Everything revolves around one single point: right understanding and right practice. Throughout this journey, learners will gradually approach the most essential foundations of Buddhism, such as the Four Noble Truths, the Noble Eightfold Path, cause and effect, or karma, and the three characteristics: impermanence, suffering, and non-self. Each lesson only requires a short amount of time, but with consistent practice, you will begin to notice changes within yourself. The mind becomes less restless, reactions less extreme, and perception clearer. Each lesson is divided into two clear parts. The first helps you understand the fundamentals, and the second guides you in simple practices that can be applied immediately in daily life. This is not a course to become someone. This is a journey to see yourself as you truly are. It doesn't promise quick results, but with persistence, you will build a solid foundation for long-term practice. May this series become a simple companion, helping you take your first steps firmly in the right direction and closer to the spirit of liberation that the Buddha revealed. Wishing you begin this journey with mindfulness and steadiness. Now, let's begin Lesson 1. Lesson 1. Who is the Buddha? Understand correctly from the beginning. Today is the first day we begin the journey of learning Buddhism. And we start with a very simple yet extremely important question. Who is the Buddha? Many people, when hearing about the Buddha, often think of a sacred being who can grant blessings, relieve suffering, or help fulfill their wishes. But according to the teachings of the Buddha, this understanding is not in line with the true Dharma. Buddha is not the name of a god. Buddha is a title, meaning the awakened one. This title is commonly used to refer to a real historical person, that is, the Buddha, whose name is Siddhartha Gautama. He was born around the 6th century BCE in a region that is now part of Nepal and India. At first, he was a prince, living a life of comfort, but after realizing that humans cannot escape aging, sickness, and death, he renounced that life to seek a path to end suffering. After many years of practice, he attained awakening by himself and became a Buddha. So, what is awakening? You can understand it very simply. Awakening is seeing clearly the truth of life. For example, everything eventually changes. Emotions arise and pass away, and what we call a self is not as fixed as we think. When we do not see these clearly, we tend to cling, and clinging leads to suffering. But when we truly see, we begin to let go, and suffering gradually decreases. That is the meaning of awakening. Therefore, the Buddha is not a god. He did not create the world, nor does he decide anyone's fate. He is simply a human being who saw the path clearly and pointed it out to others. It's like this. You are in a dark room, unable to see, so you stumble easily. Someone has turned on the light. They can see everything clearly. That person cannot walk for you, but they can tell you which way is safe and where to avoid stumbling. The Buddha is like that. Understanding this is very important, because if we misunderstand, we will pray, depend and wait for someone to save us. But if we understand correctly, we will begin to turn inward and observe ourselves. Now, let's practice a little. Find a quiet place to sit. Nothing special is needed. Just be comfortable. Close your eyes or gently keep them open. Then, bring your attention to the breath. Breathing in, know that you are breathing in. Breathing out, know that you are breathing out. That's all. After a while, you'll notice your mind starts to wander, thinking about this, worrying about that, or talking to yourself internally. This is completely normal. You don't need to stop it, and you don't need to feel annoyed. Just gently recognize, I'm thinking. Then return to the breath. Try doing this for about 5 minutes. No need to do it perfectly. Just do it and know that you are doing it. Afterwards, you may ask yourself, what was my mind like just now? Was it calm or very restless? No need to judge right or wrong, just know clearly. The first lesson is just that simple. Understand correctly about the Buddha and begin to observe your own mind. A very small step, but a step in the right direction, on the path that the Buddha pointed out. Thank you for listening. See you in the next lesson.